What is happening, guys? This is your captain speaking, and I am beyond excited to be talking about the first episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. We are in a new era, the Hasbro era. So Neo Saban is done and over with, and being that this is their first season under their belt, they are already showing that they realized the mistakes of I can't talk today. They realized the mistakes of Neo Saban, and they're kind of they're addressing that in here. But right off the bat, though, like, we can see that the writing is improved. Acting needs a little work, but I feel that they can probably grow into their characters more. Like, I'll get to that when I talk about individual characters, but already, like, they're putting more effort into the plot, the dialogue, the story. I guess that's the same as plot, but still. Like, there's more set up here in just the first episode than I can say all of Megaforce or Ninja Steel combined. Like, there's interesting character dynamics. There's the production value is much higher. I mean, I guess that's really a bonus, but I like it regardless. But yeah, starting off with individual characters, like our Red Ranger, like he's very charismatic himself. Like, he comes off as kind of he starts off as somewhat of a slacker character, because we see him in the karate studio goofing off, making a fool of Blaze in his own class, and they kind of get into it though, and on the other hand, you have Robbie, who was definitely like the more serious, stoic kind of person. Like, he's a by the books kind of guy, and like, he's really just in direct contrast to who Devin is right now. And also, like, he's got a pretty nice dynamic between his ex-girlfriend and his mom. Like, that's also something that they set up very well. Like, being that both him and his ex-girlfriend Roxy, they're both Ranger candidates for Grid Battle Force, and one of the rules is that they can't date, and that lends itself to some good drama in the end. And on top of that, the Commander Shaw, is Robbie's mother. So, like, that might be the main reason why he's so by the books and everything. Like, his mother is the commander, so he really can't get away with anything. And last, you have Zoe, there we go. Now, Zoe, like, she kind of works bottom of the barrel at Grid Battle Force, because she just does laundry. Like, she's kind of a nobody at first, but I think that's gonna lead to some very good character development for her as well. Like, she can, well, I mean, she's already a Ranger now, but I feel like she's gonna have many opportunities to prove herself throughout the season and become recognized, because we hear her say, like, she has all these different ideas for the Morph X energy that they're using, like Morph X bikes and Morph, I can't remember much, but I feel like she's gonna be the heart of the team, so to speak, when it comes to that. And now, I think I want to kind of talk about Blaze and Roxy for a second. Now, I've heard everyone say that they think that Blaze is kind of a jerk at first. I mean, I don't really see it myself, because, I mean, Devin was the one that kind of interrupted his karate class. I mean, maybe he acted a bit inappropriately by, flat out trying to fight the guy. But, I mean, some of his, what's the word I'm looking for? Some of his resentment towards Devin, there we go, is understandable. And Roxy, on the other hand, I already mentioned that he's Robbie's ex-girlfriend. She doesn't really get to do too much here besides, Play the saddened ex girlfriend, or the shoot. I'm at a loss for words again. She plays the resentful ex. Oh, not resentful. Doggone it. No, that's also a bad word. Anyway, I've already explained her dynamic between her and Ravi. Like, we get the gist there. But being that these two were the original Ranger candidates for Red and Yellow, the interesting part about that is now this sets up kind of a character arc for Ravi, because he's gonna have sort of a hard time trying to fight Roxy's avatar, being that he has that connection to her now. And I gotta mention, the Blaze suit just looked absolutely stunning on set as well, like just on a random note. But I think we even know less about Blaze too, because no one really has any personal connections to him besides Ravi, but we don't really know the dynamic between him and Ravi at all. But maybe like it might be more so between him and Devin, being that they already he's kind of already on Blaze's crap list now, so to speak. So that could lead to rivalry between the two, I think. Oh, I didn't mention the Evox virus as well. Like, Evox is the virus that corrupts their Ranger powers and makes them evil. And I have a bit of a theory about Evox too, because you guys remember the Nate character, the scientist kid that created like all their weapons, their morphers, and maybe even their Zords and whatnot. I think that he might have something to do with the creation of Evox, because think about it, this season is already showing some parallels to past seasons as well, and one of them is RPM, and we know that Dr. K, she created the Vengeance virus as a kid. So who's to say that this Nate kid didn't do the same thing with Evox? But yeah, I think I'll end it there. But like, this episode was just absolutely like, just right off the bat, like Hasbro was proving their worth, that they can do right by this franchise better than anything Neil Saban has done in the past 8 years, and like that includes Dino Charge as well. It's like Dino Charge had its slip ups too. But oh shoot! Before I go, I wanted to talk about the only nitpicks that I have with this. I'd say is the some of the acting left a little bit to be desired. Like Commander Shaw, like some of her lines and her delivery sounded kind of wooden, as well as Devin's dad, I'd say as well. Like plus, like some of these New Zealand actors, like you can tell, like their accents are kind of slipping through. Like they're trying to talk with an American accent, but like their natural accents just really slip through, so to speak, again. And on top of that, we have these two comedic characters. I think the girl's name is Betty, and the other kid that's with her, I don't think we know his name yet. But like, they work security at Grid Battle Force, right? And I think some of their antics were a little over the top. Like, they can kind of tone it down a bit. I mean, they're not like Victor and Monty levels. Like, they're not doing fart jokes. Like, thank God. But it's still a bit like slapstickish and over the top. Like, they could tone that down just a little bit. But I will say, like, at least they're not like two totally unrelated characters like Victor and Monty were. Like, they actually work for the organization. Like, they have a place there. And one of their scenes actually did advance the plot. So there's that. Like, that's at least improved. But like, yeah, like now I think I'll end it there though. But yeah, like I pretty much just absolutely adore this episode. It's better than most things we've gotten in the past recent years. And I had to give it a score, maybe out of 5 stars, I gave it 4.7. But yeah, I think it's just gonna about do it for this. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Like my Facebook page at Midwest Tokusatsu. Link will be in the description. And this is your captain, signing out.